All right. Is this live? I think we're live. I think we're live. All right, what's going on, everybody? We're gonna just tweet this out. Yeah, we're about to go live pretty much. All right. I don't know. Hope everyone can kind of hear me. Uh, yeah. All right. How's everybody doing? What's up, Sierra? What's up, Kyle? What's up, I Love? What's up, Clown Show? What's up, Mattia? What's up, Brett? Kind of just getting some run-ins, some practice before tonight's like mega stream over on the Sauce channel. I just kind of wanted to talk about the draft with you guys a little bit before we actually kind of get going tonight, which is crazy that the draft is in 3 hours. I'm going live on the Sauce channel. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about like the trades that have happened, anything like all the rumors. There's been so much. I can't wait till we finally just know what's going on tonight. So yeah, what's going on, everybody? Am I streaming day two as well? Yep, I will be streaming both on my Sauce channel. So I'm sure a lot of you guys follow there. So I don't think I even need to link it. What's going on, YKB from Twitter? What's going on, Lay? Zoot, let's go Temple. Go Owls, man. Yo, what's up, 091? Yeah, how we doing? How we doing? Scotty at 47. Hey, was I wrong this year? Pro comp for Lee McNeely is Keegan Murray. I like that a lot. I feel like I hear that one a lot. Yeah. Ace Bailey worked out for the Wizards. Kristen Peak just tweeted. Yeah, like I'll have like Twitter up as well. But yeah, I can't believe the draft is in 3 hours. I just can't wait to know. What does this one say? I just can't wait to know where Ace Bailey goes tonight because the Ace Bailey saga has been it's getting to a weird point, and I'm kind of over it. But I think it also makes it one of the more fascinating, I guess, things that are going to happen tonight, right? Like, is Ace Bailey going to end up going number three? Is he going to end up going four, five, six? Right? There's so many different options where Ace Bailey can go. I actually do want to do one thing real quick. See, I'm just testing out all my things tonight. Can I transform this? Hold on. Bear with me. And I want to flip. Okay, cool. Yeah, so when I'm looking at my other screen, it's like I'm looking there. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Tanjay to the Bucks. Hey, I don't mind that. Keep him in state, Brett D. I don't mind that at all. I don't have my 2-round mock up because I'm gonna do a 2-round mock on this channel tomorrow morning. And it's kind of cool. I mean, like NFL people do it. I kind of want to do it. Second round mock. You don't get because last year, right? The second round was so early in the day on Thursday or whatever the second day was. So like I didn't really have time to do it. It was basically the Bronny round, right? What's going on, Mike Nixon? What's going on, Phoenix #1 fan? I'm doing good, man. I'm excited about the draft tonight. QC says ace it to the Hawks, throwing up. I got him to the Bulls in my last mock. Dude, I don't know what Chicago's gonna do tonight. I don't know what Brooklyn's gonna do at 8 because I do think this is gonna be the top 7 unless there's a come on to like DC and maybe come on goes to DC if Ace is off the board. But I do feel like I'm pretty confident that the top 7 will be in some way, shape, or form flag all the way to Trey Johnson. What's going on, Jonathan Fox, Fluence? How is everybody doing? Fluence loves this class. I know this is a fun draft class, man. This really is. It's deep. The second round gets very interesting, but I think it's a fun one. Travis Smith says, what do you think the Raptors do? I think the Raptors are an intriguing team tonight as well because I don't think a lot of people know what they're gonna do. I think there's a chance they can go. Come on, there's a chance they can go Carter Bryant because I do feel like Carter Bryant's a Masai guy. Like that's just my gut feeling. And hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll be happy if I get like 7 or 8 picks in the mock right. Because one team like the Pelicans takes Yegor Demon at 7, just using that as an example. The rest of the draft just gets thrown out of sorts. That was kind of like last year when T. John Salon went 6. It's like, oh, I'm screwed for the rest of these picks, or at least for the next 5. Next year's draft class is going to be fun. I will have like my way too early mock out over the weekend on my Sauce channel too. So I'm excited for Boozer, DeBansa, and Darren Peterson. SNG, come on, or Masai guys. Yeah, I think SNG is a Masai guy too. I know they did a private workout. I was just so scared to rank SNG because he didn't do any like I guess now he did do a workout, right? Like a sneaky workout. I don't love SNG in the top 10. I'm a little hesitant. Like SNG on my big board. Shout out to Fanspo. Wait, are both these my big boards? No. Okay, this is wrong. My big board is. Oh, did I not save my big board? Oh no, I did. Hold on. See, like I feel like every time I get a notification, like it's gonna be a trade. Did I not upload my big board? I'm gonna hate myself. I thought I did. Unless this is it. This is it. Okay, cool. Like what were we talking about? Essengate. I have Essengate ranked 13th on my board. I guess top 10 rate isn't that crazy. Do I think the Sixers can trade 3? Yeah, that's been the talk of the town. Ace is not gonna fall to the lottery, Matt. No way. Yeah, Shams noties. I know he just tweeted out like the like TV schedule for tonight, and it scares me, man. It does. I'm excited for this, man. Jace falls to 25. I'm a delusional Magic fan. Well, look at my last mock. I mean, okay, so I did tweak my. Oh man, is this not my updated mock either? I am all over the place right now. See, this is why I want to do this beforehand. Maybe it was this one. I changed my mock. This isn't it because Walter Clayton, like, I mean, there's a lot of steam that Walter Clayton is going to the Heat. I think this is it. Okay, so yeah, because I changed from my final video, my final mock, I did change it because I'm like, all right, just have Walter Clayton go to the Heat. It feels like John Fan asked him like 3 people you want to have dinner with. One was Kobe, I think the other one was Rick Ross, and the other one is Eric Spoelstra. So I do have Jace. Oh no, sorry, I haven't gone to the Thunder. I just feel like the talent's gonna be there. But hey, I have Chaz Lanier going to you guys at 25. I feel like we're gonna see like a Chaz Lanier, a Sion James, like one of those guys, maybe to Drake Powell, go in the first round. Who's a player at 30 the Clippers can get? Hey, they're going to have a lot of fun guys on the board. Noah Penda from France, Ben Serif from Germany, playing in Germany from Israel. Ryan Kalkbrenner could be on the board. Maxime Reynal could be on the board. Yeah, Fanspo is a goated website. So this is my mock. Yeah, this is the big board. I mean, guys that like I think I had the most trouble scouting this cycle. Yegor Demin is one. Apparently he's been killing in workouts shooting the ball. Who else did I feel like Derek Queen, I was all over the place, and I feel like I'm lower on the consensus about Derek Queen. People I mean, like Ace Bailey was tough. It's really just like, do you want to be the team that passes up on Ace Bailey? Daryl Morey, Jeff Peterson, Austin Ainge, Will Dawkins, those GMs in that 3 to 6 range, they don't want to be the team that passes up on him. I feel like Johan Berenger, I had a tough time. Just it's tough. The European guys are always the toughest for me, or international guys. Like if the Australian, like the NBL is a little bit, I think, more similar to the NCAA, but it's still different in a way. And I only focus on these prospects. I don't really know like team level that they're playing. Like that's a whole nother ball game and stuff. Does Kalk go in the first round? I mean, I could see Kalk. I think somehow there could be like a Minnesota feels like he's the backup instead of like Thomas Sorber to Gobert. I could see that. I mean, I think. After that, just the Pelicans want some depth. OKC, maybe Brooklyn here, but I feel like Boston, Phoenix, and LA could all take him. Like I feel like if there was like a betting odds that he goes 28 to 30, that would be like the favorite if there was any like 3-pick range in this draft. Pro comps for my top 10 guys. I mean, I think it's just like shades of like they remind me. It's not 1-to-1 comps. Cooper Flag reminds me a lot of like Andre Kirilenko, Kawhi Leonard, Jason Tatum, and Scottie Pippen. Dylan Harper reminds me a lot of Cade Cunningham from watching him at Oklahoma State, but you can see a little bit of like Markelle Fultz when he was at Washington, or James Harden at Arizona State, or even Jalen Brunson. Edgecombe, I always have a weird comp for Edgecombe, but Old Depot's kind of chalky, but I do like it. Knipple is just like a quicker, more athletic Joe Ingles, which is an incredible player. Jeremiah Fears, it's like a Darius Garland light. Ace Bailey, it's like all over the place, right? I got Michael Porter Jr., I got Brandon Ingram, I got Brandon Miller, all in a mix for Ace Bailey. Trey Johnson is like a little Cam Thomas-y, but I think a little bit more of a passer. Kasparis, I think like Goran Dragic. Carter Bryant, I don't really know if I had figured out a comp for Carter Bryant. I don't know. You guys can drop some in the chat. And then come on, I would say it's like Gobert. Like it just like reminds me of. They're not 1-to-1 comps. I don't think they're going to be as good. It's just like they play in a similar way. Derek Queen, I do see like a little of Kentucky DeMarcus Cousins in him. Yegor Demin, Josh Giddey, Cedric Howard. I don't know if I ever came up with a Cedric Howard comp. I didn't do a lot of comps this year. Jace Richardson comp. I don't really know. Like it's kind of Colin Sexton, but like a better athlete in a way. And I think a better shooter. That's why I think, and like maybe I also like to think of my comps of like it's a little NBA, a little bit of what reminds me where they were at school. Like I could see a lot of Alabama Colin Sexton in Jace Richardson. We got over 500 people in here chilling about the NBA draft. Thank you guys for coming out. We'll probably be live for like an hour. Just kind of answering your guys' questions. Also wanted to like test out what like my stream is gonna look like tonight. And yeah, I'm excited for this. Miami's stupid if they draft Walter Clayton. Uh, I don't know, man. It feels like that. There's a lot of steam to that. I'm not going live till the draft. It's just gonna be like an hour long. Gonna probably eat, make sure I'm like all ready to go for my live stream on the Sross channel. SROS. We'll be live for a while. Asa Newell comp. I'm trying to think. I wasn't a big comp guy this year, but I should. I wanted to. I only got like 15 or so done. My Asa Newell comp. It's just like I don't know. It's just like if you really believe in the shot. The form is. I like the form. I like the aggressiveness inside. He's a solid ball handler. He can work out of the pick and roll, in the short roll. He can catch it. He can kind of make a first step. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I'm all ears. Is Grant Nelson bad? I mean, I have Grant Nelson on my big board. This is my largest big board. This is carbon copy from my video on my Sross channel. I have Grant Nelson 72nd. These are all the guys I really could get to. I know like Chase Hunter. I wish I watched more of. Which I probably could have put him in here, but 75 is such like a fine number. I don't want to go to 76. Yeah, but this is my big board basically. And I don't know. It's interesting making a big board 75 guys long. I don't know how people do like a 200 big board. Props to them. Maybe I get into that next year. Ben Seraph is underrated. I agree. I mean, I have Ben Seraph 24 on my big board. I have him going 30th in my mock. But I think it's also like, I can't really see OKC passing up on Richardson, but would they take a guard? Orlando may not take another guard. Brooklyn, I think they would take like Traore. They worked out. They liked. I don't know if New Orleans is taking another guard now. Utah, if they take Jeremiah Fears, they're not taking another guard. Miami, I think, really likes Clayton. There's just like a reason why he's falling. John Collins is Asa Newell. Okay, I could see that a little bit. I actually like that. I like that. I mean, actually want to pull up. What was John Collins' shooting numbers at Wake Forest? Was he like that? Oh, he did not take any threes at Wake Forest. Oh, I forgot he was a sophomore. John Collins did not attempt a single three at Wake Forest. No way. Huh. Look at that. Look at that. I didn't know that. The more you know. The more you know. Brandon Clark, I like that as well. Like, I do think Newell can become a three-point shooter at the NBA level. He shot about 25% from three. I mean, it's not like Clark is like a big three-point shooter. I forget he went to San Jose State. Look at you guys teaching me some stuff throughout this stream. It's cool. We got almost 700 people in here. Do I have 3 Duke players in the lotto? Asked by Braden. I do, yeah. We have Cooper 1, Con 2. Come on, 10. And then I would have Sion James like early in the second round. Do I live in New York City? No, I live in Philadelphia, but hoping to go to New York City soon. Is there a clear number 1 in next year's draft? No. I think it might be Cameron Boozer, at least for me, but it could end up being DeBanza or Peterson. Where do I have Danny Wolf? 23, but I would be okay if Danny Wolf went a lot higher than that. I think I struggled. I think I just kind of got pressured to putting Igor Demon because it's just like the what if in his game. If the shot is like legit, people talk about him in the workouts, he's killing them. And then I think he becomes very unicorny in the NBA level. Would I major in a Temple? I did finance. Pretty typical stuff. Peterson is buckets. What do I think the Wizards are doing? I think they want Ace, and I think Ace wants them. We're just going to see if Brooklyn would leap them. Maybe New Orleans leaps them. Or he can get his wish and he falls. Or does Daryl say F it? Does Jeff Peterson say F it? Does Austin Ainge say F it in one of them drafts? Sion James to Aaron Nesmith. I like that. I think he won't be the consistent three-point shooter that Nesmith can be, but I like that comp. I do. I think there's shades of Aaron Nesmith and Sion James' game. I love Sion James. I want him to go to my Knicks at 50. I doubt he's there. Do I expect any trades? Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have been reporting we're going to get some trades. I'm just excited for this draft, man. I really am. This is going to be so much fun. I don't know what the Sixers are going to do. I think if I had to guess, there's going to be a lot of rumors, a lot of just hearsay what the Sixers are going to do. I think they're going to just stay at 3 and take Edgecombe, if I had to guess. I do Thiero to the Bucks. I don't know if he falls to them in the second round. I do have somewhat of a second round mock draft I created for my Sross video, but I did change it a little bit with the Walter Clayton. I think it was this, right? So I do have 2 rounds in this one. I had to do Thiero going 34 to the Hornets. Who did I have the Bucks taking? I think it was Micah P. Oh, no, it was Max Shulga. What are the Thunder going to do? I don't know. I think the Thunder do want to move up into the top 10. And I could see it. Like, why do they need to draft 2 rookies? I would have to do the math. Like, it's probably close, like the 10th overall salary to 15 plus 24, like rookie salary. But maybe they want Kaman if he falls, like just kind of develop him behind Holmgren and Harnstein. I could see that. Maybe they're big Carter Bryant guys. Maybe they're Yakuchonis guys. Maybe they like Derek Queen, who would be so much fun to watch in that offensive system, a little bit different than what they want to build defensively. What's going on with that, everybody? We got 700 people in here. Thoughts on Cedric Coward? I like Coward, man. He's ranked, I'm not like super high on him. I have him ranked 15th. The unknown in his game, right? Like only playing 6 games last year at Washington State helps him out so much. I think he needs to go into the right system. I think like Memphis, I think OKC are great spots for him. San Antonio, I think I can get into. Atlanta, I just feel like has a ton of wings right now. I don't really want him in Chicago. I like what Portland has been doing, but I'm just still a little iffy on Chauncey Billups as a developmental guy. Do I have Caleb Love getting picked up in free agency? Yeah, I'd assume my top 75, everybody at least gets picked up for Summer League. Everybody gets picked up on a undrafted, like, contract, but we'll see. Where do I have Hansen Yang going? GD. I have Hansen Yang going to... I know he had a good workout with the Magic, but I don't think he's going to make it to 46. I have him going 43 to the Jazz. Like, why not? Just take a high upside swing on Yang because they have so many big men as it is. He needs time in the G League, so that could be a good spot for him. I like Nick Clifford a lot, beach mode. He's somebody that plays with pace, is not going to do a lot of dumb mistakes. He could play off of 2 feet. He's going to be physical at the rim. He just has a limited ceiling, I think, to somebody like a Carter Bryant, maybe a Cedric Coward in a way. He does lack a little bit of physicality, so we'll see. Like, he wants to draw contact, but he's not like as strong in his built as like a Coward. He doesn't have the wingspan like a Rasheer Fleming, or maybe that stockiness of like a Sion James or like a Noah Penda defensively. But I'm a big Clifford fan. I want to see him go to a team where he can kind of be a major contributor. I know Brooklyn really likes him, and they're probably targeting him at 19. That's what I have in my mock. But for me personally, I'd rather see him go to New Orleans, Miami, Minnesota, Memphis, OKC. I would like to see him go to a team, San Antonio, Atlanta even, where he can actually play in meaningful minutes. Because I think the most value you're going to get out of Nick Clifford is the next 4 years of this rookie deal. And I think one of the benefits in drafting Nick Clifford, he can help you out right away next year. This man played 5 years of college basketball. He was one of the best defensive, or he's one of the best rebounding wings in the country. His 3-point shot was like 31% all year long until like midway towards the end. And he went on just a sharp shooting streak. And if you're watching the shots, the selection is so much better. He's moving better off the ball. And I think he really grew into his own as like another year as the number 1 guy at Colorado State. So I'm a big Nick Clifford fan. I know I just think a lot that goes into big board is ceiling. And I think like Fleming and Coward, what they've become, and maybe the right system could be a better player, has a chance of being a better player than Clifford. But I think Clifford's a super safe prospect. I did, Nora, yeah. I did. I've been doing YouTube full time for about a year and a half now. This is my second draft full time. Hey, thank you, Matt K. I appreciate it, man. Props to you in the UK. Like it's what, 11 o'clock. So thank you for watching. Why is Carter Bryant's draft stock so high? Because he didn't have good stats. Yeah, you may look at that on paper, but Carter Bryant was a top end high school recruit. He was ranked 20th in the top 100. He was a shot creator, an initiator in high school. He goes over to Tommy Lloyd in Arizona, and he's playing with a lot of ball dominant guards. He's playing with Caleb Love over there. He's playing with KJ Lewis, and he's really a catch and shoot corner guy. So if you watch the shots, man, the catch and shoot numbers are fantastic. And he's still young. He's 6'8", 220. The dude is very physical, just kind of raved about Cedric Coward's physicality. Carter Bryant is very similar in size to Cedric Coward. He's bigger than Cedric Coward, and he's, 3 years younger than Cedric Coward? So you hope by the age, like Carter Bryant is 21, 22 on the end of the rookie deal, he can guard 2 through 5, maybe 3 through 5 at a very good level. He's a phenomenal complementary catch and shoot shooter, pull-up shooter behind the 3-point arc. And now he could be a mismatch nightmare because maybe he could be a floor spacing 5 as well in a pinch. Because 6'8", we've seen Draymond Green. He's no Draymond Green defensively, but Draymond Green, a lot smaller than Carter Bryant, and he worked out as a defensive stud. Possibility of Atlanta trading the pick. I mean, after yesterday, I wonder if the odds would go up or go down. I wouldn't have been surprised if Atlanta really tried to get Kaman in this draft. I don't think Kaman is making it to 13. So I think they're going to stay at 13, to be honest with you. I don't think they're going to make another trade. If I'm like looking down here, I just want to check my phone. No Shams Noti. Charlotte's number 4 pick gaining interest from teams targeting Bailey. Jonathan Gavoni said. Yeah. How long have we been live for? 19 minutes. Yeah, no, I think we're going to go for an hour. Can I see San Antonio going for Denny of Dia? Nah, Portland's not trading Denny. Or is there a Denny? I'm just tripping in this draft. All right. Drake Powell. I could see Drake Powell going. So in my first mock, I had Drake Powell 27, but I think 27 is where Drake Powell could go. If he doesn't go there, I don't think Boston, Phoenix, or the Clippers draft him. I could be wrong, but I think like that's his best chance to go in the first round is one of those two Brooklyn picks. I just also can't see Brooklyn drafting 5 rookies, 5 first round picks. They also have what, the 40th pick in this draft too? No, they have 36. The Nets have so many draft picks, so many. Malik Monk and Devin Carter for RJ Barrett at 9. Who says no? I think Toronto would say no. I would like that trade if I were Sacramento, even though like RJ Barrett, DeMar DeRozan, and Zach LaVine is kind of gross, but I don't know. I'd actually have to think about that. Like Barrett, I like more than Monk. It's just like, do you think the 9th pick will be better than Devin Carter? Probably. So yeah, right. Point guards available at 23, Terry. So 23 is the Pelicans. I don't know. After the Jordan Poole trade and you have DeJounte Murray and you have Jose Alvarado, I don't know if they're going to draft a point guard, but I think like there's a good chance Jace Richardson's there, Nolan Traore is there, Ben Serif. I will say though, my big thing like last year was Isaiah Collier. I thought he should go so much higher than 29. This year it's going to be Jace Richardson. He's 10th on my big board. And if you look at like, let's see ESPN's updated mock today, or is this the updated mock? No, that's me saying to pay ESPN Plus. Let's see my updated mock or their updated mock. Like, where is Jace Richardson? Let me just do this. 25, right? Like, so that's what I ended up putting, but he should go so much higher than this. Like, I promise you right now, if you're watching this Raw stream, I'm going to be very adamant that Jace Richardson should go higher. He wasn't even invited to the green room. So that's also like something that goes into the mock. 24 players got invited into like the NBA draft green room. He wasn't one of them, which I don't get, man. I don't get. Do I think Bam to the Lakers is a realistic rumor? I mean, after the Luka thing, anything can happen. I don't think that's going to really work out. Like, you're doing Reeves, all your picks. Rui can, I don't know. It's going to be tough to really get that deal done if you're the Lakers. I think maybe after LeBron retires, that could become something because they'll have more financial flexibility. Do I think Kaman falls to 10? I think there's a way. I think Brooklyn and Toronto are the teams you got to worry about. Maybe if Ace goes before Washington, they could take Kaman. I don't think New Orleans is going to take Kaman. I could be wrong, right? I'm not as like into the weeds like with the intel as like people at ESPN or The Athletic. I think Kasparis had a really good workout from what I was reading at with Brooklyn. So I kind of like that idea. I like his upside more. And you have Nick Claxton, maybe they trade him, right? 9, I think everybody's penciling in Kaman to the Raptors. But I don't know, man. I think Carter Bryant is a Masai guy. I could be wrong. And I'll look like a fool. I'm trying to be different. And then I think Phoenix gets Kaman at 10. If Kaman is off the board, I don't think they would go Derek Queen. I think they would go Colin Murray Boyles at 10, though. And then I just don't think Portland's going to take Colin Murray Boyles. I don't think Chicago would take him. I don't think Atlanta would take him. I think they want more shooting. Maybe he goes 14, maybe he goes 15. So I have Colin Murray Boyles kind of going low. Sorber at 14. I don't mind that. And I think they worked him out as well. But I know they really like the Yohan Berenjay workout. Got to make sure I say his name right. Where do I think Fears goes? 5 or 6, maybe 7. He's going 5 through 8. I don't know. There was a report that he can go 4. I can't see that happening. I can't. Odds VJ slips to 4. I think low. I mean, what if a team trades up to 3 and you think it's for Ace, but it's for VJ? Like, what if New Orleans or Brooklyn? I mean, I would assume Brooklyn wants Ace, but I feel like New Orleans could trade up for VJ. VJ makes a lot more sense in New Orleans than Ace does. Fleming at 14, I don't hate it. I'm high on Fleming. He's my 16th ranked prospect. Most underrated prospect. I mean, I guess I'll be somebody outside my top 30 that I really like. Sion James, but I think a lot of people know about him. Kobe Brea, great shooter. Think deserves more love. Javon Small, phenomenal shooter as well. John Tonje, Kobe Sanders are some of my favorite players in this class. Jemiah Mashak, maybe the highest I'm on for one of these guys. He's just an NBA-ready defender, in my opinion. A good cutter / a great athlete. Thoughts on JB to Toronto? Berenjay? Is there somebody else with those initials? I don't know. That's a little high. Berenjay's ranked pretty low on my big board. I have him ranked 31st. 32nd. We got over 1,000 people in here. Thank you guys for coming out. This is fun. John Taji's a bucket. I agree. Do I like Micah Nori for the Knicks? I do. I'd rather Micah Nori than Mike Brown. come on to the Nets. I can see that happening. I just like I'd assume one of Sharp or Claxton's gone. And the Nets have so many other first round picks, so we'll see. Hey, what's up, Burn? Celtics get Ryan Kalkbrenner. Yeah, reunite him with Barrel Shireman. That would be kind of cool. Biggest faller, I could see it being Colin Murray Boyles. It's going to be probably Jace Richardson, which it shouldn't be, but it might be Jace. Colin Murray Boyles. Maybe Derek Queen goes a little bit lower than expected. Maybe McNeil or Danny Wolf or McNeely, one of those guys, or Will Riley. But I would say it's more like Jace, Queen, or Murray Boyles. That Ross guy looks kind of odd. Baron J to 24 to OKC. I think he goes earlier. What am I missing with Fears? Small guard who can't shoot, turnovers, awful finishing. Clown Show, I mean, he reclassified, so he's one of the younger players in this class. I'm just going to give you the Fears pitch. He can navigate, or he can work out of the pick and roll extremely well. He's one of the best pick and roll ball handlers in the country last year for a freshman. And you just hope that he's going to develop over time. He had a good free throw percentage, so you think the shot is going to fall, because if it does, he could be a lethal pick and roll athlete at the NBA level. But I agree. I'm a little bit lower on Fears. I have him ranked number 11. So if he goes 4, 5, or 6, I'll be like, that's a little high for me. Jace over Fears. Hey, I'm on that team as well. I do have him ranked one spot ahead. So I don't know if you agree or disagree with that. Yeah, I know that Six Rings a Steel guy. Yeah, I know, right? He's a weirdo. What's up, Volcano? If Jace goes to the Magic, we're literally winning the chip. I mean, that would be an A+ grade. You guys know my opinion on Richardson. I think he's an absolute gamer. And I think he's a lot better of a defender than like Rob Dillingham was last year. And Rob Dillingham went 8 in a weak class. Chase should be a lottery pick in this class. Who falls to 14? I think Baron J. Maybe Murray Boyles is on the board. Cedric Howard could be on the board. I'm just so intrigued. Like, what if William McNeely goes higher than we think? What if Nick Clifford goes lower than we think? I think there's so many possibilities. Trey Johnson going to 7, I will say, is an absolute steal. He's ranked number 5 on my big board. But, like, I have Flag in his own tier, Harper in his own tier, Edgecombe to Ace Bailey are all in their own tier. So they're kind of interchangeable in a way. I just think where they fit on the most spots is where I have them ranked, basically. And then it's like Kasparis to Fears is the next tier. And then it's a pretty big tier, like probably Murray Boyles to Newell. And then it's probably like McNeely to maybe their end of the first. Why am I a sucker for defense? I don't know, man. I'm behind Jason Richardson, and that's one of the downfalls of him. But Jason isn't a bad defender. I mean, at least at a college, who knows, right? You throw him on the court in the fourth quarter, it might be tough. What's up, Glenn from England? Do you think the draft is really as deep as a lot of people think it is because it's the lowest number of players ever registered? I don't know. I don't really think it's a super deep class, and I agree for that reason. Like, if LeBaron Philon, Tahad Pettiford, Jackson Lindenberg were all in this class and the others, yeah, this would have been one of the more deeper classes in years. But I think the second round gets a lot, like, very iffy. A lot of older tweener position wings, some that can't shoot, some that can. Like, John Tonje he's old. He's, 23? He's up there. He played 6 years of college basketball. 6. Tamar Bates, I believe, he's not as old. 4. Bryce Williams, another guy that's probably going to go in the second. He played 5 years of college basketball. 6 technically because he didn't play in the 22 season. Most overrated prospect, I mean, by my big board count, it's probably Jeremiah Fears or Derek Queen. But like overrated doesn't mean bad. What does Dallas do? I think they're going to take Con Knipple 1. I think so. Do I think the Raptors should trade for Derek White? It depends. Like, are you doing RJ and 9 for White? Sure. If you're doing RJ 9 and another first, I'd like to see where they are next year. I'd like to see if this Ingram Scotty Barnes experiment actually works before I'm like making a win now move. Bulls should trade for another good pick. I don't hate that. Lonzo for a first. Ira Sumu for a first. Kobe White. Nikola Vucevic. They have a lot of guys they should trade. CMB to OKC. I don't know if Sam Presti would take CMB, but oh my God, the best defensive team in the NBA, adding one of the best defensive players in the class. I mean, I would love to watch that every single night. Do I think the Jazz pass on Bailey? It's tough, man. Ace doesn't seem like he wants to go there, but it's Danny Ainge say F you. I know Bill Simmons, like on his pod, was talking like similar situation with Jaylen Brown, and he said F it. I'm taking the talent. I'm taking the high school guy. So we'll see. I'm from Nassau County, Anthem, man. From Long Island. What do I think the Clippers are going to do? I like a lot of options. I mean, you want to think about the future. After Harden, you can look at Ben Serif. You want to add a big man depth. You can get Ryan Kalkbrenner. I think Noah Penda could be on the board, a good defender out of the gate. Sion James, Chaz Lanier. A lot of guys I'd like to see them play right away. And I think Ben Seraph can play right away. So that's a guy I do like for them. That is a guy I do like. What team is the best for Hugo Gonzalez? I think Brooklyn, OKC. I don't know about Boston. Yeah, I think Brooklyn or OKC are two really good spots for him. Maybe even Detroit. Because Detroit has 37, 36, 37. I think Ace, yeah, Ace falls out of the first round. What guys might fall out of the first round? Hugo, I mean, there's a chance Nolan Traore does. Like, what if he's somebody you're like, wow, he hasn't been picked yet? Rasheer Fleming, another guy that I think is going to go lower. Some people asked about fallers before. Yeah, definitely Rasheer Fleming. I love Cam Jones. I think he should go. Well, actually, I don't know if I could say that. Cam Jones is my 28th ranked prospect, so I do think he should go in the first. I mean, Boston makes a lot of sense, but they just traded for Anthony Simons. I don't mind him in Brooklyn. If Jace Richardson is off the board at 25, this could be the Chaz Lanier pick. A lot of YouTube, Tatum. A lot of YouTube, a lot of live games throughout the season, like taking notes and then reading a lot of articles and just for somebody that does have a synergy access, which dying for, that's kind of where I have to go. What do I think about KP and Holiday trades? Holiday one was weird for Portland, right, to make that move, but it didn't cost them a lot, right? Simons, but they had to give up the seconds, which was interesting because they were taking on Holiday's contract. We'll see, but paying $70 million for Jeremy Grant and Drew Holiday is an interesting choice. I would have liked to see Holiday go on more of a contender because this might be the last team of his career. But Boston, it gets an expiring contract. I don't think Anthony Simons like screams Boston Celtic the way he plays, but hey, like I said, expiring contract, maybe they flip him at the deadline. And then the KP trade, I mean, for Atlanta, you're giving up pick 22. Terrence Mann's like not the best contract in George Niang for KP, which isn't that bad. It's not bad at all. KP was hurt. He did not look good at all from like mid All-Star break to the end of the playoffs. He was abysmal, but he was injured. He was sick. Like, you never know. But hey, if he could be healthy, him and Trae Young's pick and roll could be pretty lethal next year. In Boston, they saved $180 million in the luxury tax. That's why you do it. Bill Wells says, thank you, man. You do a good job. Lots of enthusiasm. Appreciate that. Am I more locked into college basketball or NBA? Definitely still the NBA, but I'm getting more and more into college. More and more, even like, I would say the last 3 years up until this year, I'm just watching prospects, and that's it. But now I'm kind of getting more into like team dynamics and everything there. Because hey, these guys that are switching teams, like top end prospects, like Keyshawn Hall, right, leaving UCF, like he's gonna be somebody that could be on draft boards next year, right? Or Darian Williams, who left Texas Tech to go to NC State, like another guy I watched this year, but picking up more of these guys and following coaching changes. It's interesting, man. College basketball is a very great sport. I hope they don't ruin it and expand March Madness though. What do I think about Walter Clayton Jr.? I think he's a little overrated, which, hey, you win a national title as your best player. The hype is going to be out the door or just insane on him. I worry about the defense. I worry about the playmaking. And I feel like if he's not shooting well in a game, how much can he really impact? But I still think he is somebody that's a first-round talent. I think he's one of the best, I guess, he's one of the best shooters in this class. Like, he has a chance to be the second best shooter after Con Knippel or third after Con and Trey. He's not the greatest defender. He's a smaller guard as well. He's not the worst at finishing at the rim, but he's also a 4-year college player. He played at Iona with Rick Pitino. He played the last 2 years at Florida. Like I said, won a national title, but I don't know if I would take him over Jace Richardson. I wouldn't take him over Jace Richardson is what I'm doing. So I think he's overrated, but I still think he's a good player. Like, I have him ranked 25. What are my thoughts on UConn this year? I'd have to like read up more on UConn, but I was surprised Karaban went back. I thought he could have been a first rounder. But I know they got, is it Barry's or Malik Thomas? They got one of those guys. I get him confused. One's going to Arizona, I think. Clayton looks like Jamal Murray. I don't know. If he becomes Jamal Murray, I was very wrong in evaluating him. I hope for his sake, because he'll be a very rich man. I like that idea, Matt Kay, adding transfer fees. Danny Wolf range. I think, man, he's got a wide range. Like, I think Danny Wolf could go as high. Let's see. Maybe 11 to Portland. That could be the first low pick because of the creativity he could be offensively. Like, maybe. I think he can go as low as, like, 26 to Brooklyn. He's got an insane range. A lot of these guys have an insane range, which I think is going to make this draft so interesting. Braylon Mullins, that's him. Thank you. Maybe that's the guy I'm thinking of. Do I think someone trades into the top 5? Oh man, I think we get so hyped about trades, but like they don't end up all happening. I think it's just the Ace Bailey thing. I don't think anybody's trading in the top five for anybody else. It's just is somebody going to leapfrog the Wizards for Ace Bailey or leapfrog Charlotte for Ace Bailey. And I think all signs are Brooklyn. They have 5 first rounders. They have those Knicks first rounders. They have a protected Philly pick. That's the team that I think could get in there. They have a protected Dallas pick as well. If there really was going to be a team that trades up into the top 5. He's held a private workout with Washington. Yeah, like I think he wants to go to DC or Brooklyn. I think those are his top 2 teams. So we'll see. We'll see. I just like if I'm Charlotte, I would think about trading down because I think you can get a really nice return with Brooklyn. But I think it's a top 7 player draft. Like I think there's a tier drop off after Trey Johnson, and I would want one of Trey. I don't love Fears in Charlotte, but maybe they do that. VJ. I actually think it's a top 6 player draft. I mean, I don't mind Fears later. It's just if you're taking Fears over Trey Johnson and Ace Bailey, I can't get on board with that. I can't. Lee McNeely range I think is interesting as well. Like if he goes like 13 to Atlanta, not totally shocked. 14 to San Antonio. I just feel like some of the analytical teams wouldn't love him, like OKC or Memphis. Maybe he goes 18. I have him ranked 21 to Utah, like that I could see as well. Yeah, I'm gonna do a way too early mock on my Sauce channel as well for the 26 class, and I'll probably preview the 26 class more in depth when I just have more familiarity about. I mean, like it's cool because like I did a lot of work on LeBaron Philon and Tahat Pettiford and Yaxel Lindenberg, guys that went back to score. Isaiah Evans, one of my favorite prospects. So I have a lot of knowledge on those guys, and obviously learning about the new guys as well with Peterson, Boozer, Ament, Pete, Caleb Gaskins, all these guys, or Caleb Wilson, excuse me. Thoughts on the Fartigators new lineup? I mean, dude, Xavier Lee, Boogie Flan, they're going to be loaded next year. Loaded. They could definitely go back to back. I think Yegor Greedy Greg has a wide range as well. I wouldn't be shocked if he went like 8 to Brooklyn because I mean, the way the board falls and he's been killing workouts, you never know. I think he could end up going probably 20. I think 22 to Brooklyn's the floor. He's not going later than 22. He's probably going a lot higher than that. Do I think Houston will trade back into the draft? I do not. But you know what is so dumb? Like, there are Rockets fans out there that are going to be on Twitter casually following the draft because they don't have a first-round pick, right? And they're going to see, let's say it's Kamal Watch that gets drafted by the Suns. He's going to go on stage in a Suns hat because the NBA is still so done with the new league year that they still have to wear the hats of the teams that are drafting him. So 10 is still going to be a Rockets hat. What are the picks we have traded? 16 is going to be a Magic hat. 22 is going to be a Hawks hat. 23 is going to be a Pacers hat. It is so dumb. So dumb. Put on donations. I guess there are, I don't even know how to do super chat. I feel like I should have had that by now, but I apologize if that's not there. Maybe I just have never enabled it. But yeah, we're about 38 minutes into this. Yeah, I think I said I'll go for about an hour, so about 20 or so minutes more. Because we do have, I want to kind of get ready for the draft. All right, let me, I'll put super chats on if somebody actually wanted to, but you don't have to donate, man. I feel bad as always. Let's see. Okay. There's a lot of, I don't know. There's so many things that I don't know about when it comes to this stuff. Okay, that's fine with me. All right. Barrett to the Nets. I feel like the Nets are only doing that if they, I don't know, man. Like RJ Barrett and Cam Thomas is weird. I mean, what's interesting as well is Atlanta. Sorry if you heard that. Atlanta's got that $26 million trade exception. So what if they take on a Cam Johnson with draft picks or something like that? Looking at Carter Bryant, are these NBA success stories that have similar low minutes, low usage in college? I mean, if you could play like Peyton Watson, look at his numbers, horrible at UCLA, pretty good NBA player. And I think Carter Bryant's going to be a much better shooter and offensive talent. Just a random guy I thought of off the top of my head. How many of you can really think the draft could actually produce league all-stars? Like all-stars from this class? I mean, I think there's a chance that the tops. I like Kasparis' chance as an all-star. Like I think it's better than 0. I would say the top 7 all have a chance of making an all. Con might not. Con's like the one guy that I think has a super high floor. I think he's gonna. I would bet he has a longer career than some of these other guys in the top 7, but I don't know if he's ever gonna have the peak as some of the other guys because I think his limitations as like a guy you can rely on in the clutch, having all that pressure on him. But we'll see. You never know, man. Thoughts on Kobe Bryant? I do think he's a top 5 shooter in this class. I do. White to the Hornets. Derek White? I don't know if Charlotte should be doing all that. They got to really develop. You're out on Kasparis? I don't know, man. Like, he's got the modern day size, good ball handler. I know the turnovers weren't great, but I believe in the shot. You can play off the ball. I'm a big Kasparis guy. I have him ranked 7. 7. Hey, King Deadshot, thank you for the $2 donation, man. You didn't have to do that. What did you say, though? It's like lagging. Do I think the Nuggets will trade into the draft? I do not, to be honest with you. I think they already have financial, unless they are dumping a 2031 first and Zeke Naji or Dario Saric to create money to absorb that rookie contract, then yes, I could see that. But if they're just, I don't think so. But I think a team like Brooklyn, if they're willing to do that, should trade 19 or 22 for a future first rounder from from Denver if they're interested about getting a Jace or somebody like that at 19. Then I would think about that if I'm Brooklyn. Utah as well. I think a 2031 Nuggets pick could become kind of valuable. So I would think about that then for sure. Thank you for the donation, man. It means a lot. You didn't really have to do that. What do I think about Ben Seraph? I like the size. I like the creativity with the ball in his hands. I believe in the shot. Played very well over the course of these Show Farm playoffs for the most part. I mean, as inconsistent as sometimes these prospects are, but I like them. Thoughts on Fred VanVleet? 2 years, $50 million. I think Fred VanVleet's okay. Hot take. I think he's a tad bit overrated. Still a good player. Not a lot of guys you can find for $25 million. That's like a weird spot in NBA contracts now. So I think it was incredibly smart. Decline the option. Lower AAV. I think it has a player option on the second year. And hey, if he opts out of that, that means he was really good last year. So I think it's a good contract though. And I know Fred VanVleet had his moments against Golden State. Is he a Golden State playoff merchant? Just kidding. Because he was obviously good with Toronto against them. Do I think the Knicks will trade into the draft? I do not. Not into the first round. I think they could try to move up in the second with additional seconds and cash and draft rights. But I do not see the Knicks getting in the first round tonight. It's still Leon Rose as the GM. Best case scenario for the Wizards walking out of this draft. Ace Bailey at 6. I think not having to trade up and getting Ace Bailey at 6 is phenomenal. And 18, I think, I mean, it could be Essengay. This is my mock, but I think if you're getting like a Jace Richardson, I think if you're getting a Will Riley, I think if you're also getting another guy that could play in the front court with Sar is huge, like a Danny Wolf, a Maxime Reynal, a Kalkbrenner. I know, like, unless you're going Kaman at 6, like Kalkbrenner or Sorber at 18 is fun, because I think there's some very good lineup iterations of having Sar at the 4 with a rim protecting 5. Hey, D. Randalls, thank you for the $5 donation, man. I only did this because your channel is awesome. Hey, thank you, man. It means a lot. What are your thoughts on Adu Thero? I'm a big fan of Thero. Now, I don't know if he's ever going to be much of a shooter at the NBA level. Just want to pull up because he shot 24%, I believe, from threes last year. 25% from threes. And I don't know, man. Like, the volume wasn't there, but incredible defender, one of the best athletes in this class. I love his ability to like anticipate passing lanes. I mention this all the time, but like I feel like once a game I'm watching him just like intercept a pass like a cornerback and just get off and running, use that athleticism, finishing at the rim, getting downhill. I think he's like a glue guy, a role player. I have him ranked 30, but he's in like that Cam Jones, Chaz Lanier, Sion James, Noah Pendant tier. I don't think he's ever going to be an all-star, but he can have a 10-plus year career in the NBA, which is very impressive for somebody that's going to probably go at the end of the first, early second. Thank you for the $5 donation. Ryan Costantino, thank you for the $2 donation. Bailey at 6. Wizards trade up for Queen. I mean, if that happens, like if Derek Queen does, I have him 11 in my mock. I mean, if they take Bailey at 6 and like say Queen is on the board at 11 and Portland is interested in trading down to 18 and they have a working relationship from the Denny of Dion trade. Oh my God, man, that would be a fun draft for DC. I wonder if Derek Queen is like a Will Dawkins guy. Noah Turner, thank you for the $5 donation, man. I appreciate it. The Dallas Mavericks should trade back into the second round and draft Cooper's teammate Tyrese Proctor. I'd love that. They need a combo guard. They need somebody with size that can space the floor, can initiate the offense. Proctor can't do that in maybe high leverage moments, but we saw that in a little bit. I mean, he struggled kind of in the tournament. I like that though. You get one of his buddies there. It's probably not going to cost you a lot to get in the mid-second round where Proctor is going to go. I like that a lot, Noah. Thank you for the donation as well. Gavin, Jesus, I thought I was going to say Gavino. Thank you for the donation, man. How do you feel about the 76ers taking Trey? Also kind of random, but can we get an MLB mock draft on the baseball channel? Trey Johnson, I think if you're going to go the non-Ace Bailey route at 3, I like Edgecombe a little bit more because of the defense. And I feel like Trey Johnson is a little redundant of what Jared McCain and Quentin Grimes can be for you. But I like Trey a lot as well. And an MLB mock draft, I got to upload more on like the MLB and NFL channels. It's just like the NBA has been going on so much, like has been so much with like transactions and the draft and all that, that I want to like at least have a good understanding of what I'm talking about. And I'm trying to do a lot of like a deep dive on the MLB prospects. To get to a full 30 mock draft, it's tough. It is tough. Outside like the top 12, 15, I do struggle. So I would like to try it. Thanks, Gavin, for the donation, though. I know the draft's in July. Josh, thank you for the donation. If you're San Antonio, would you consider the trade of Jaylen Brown for the second pick? No, I actually wouldn't. Jaylen Brown's making super max money, and I don't think he's a top 10 player in the NBA. You would have to also trade Vassell and others to get there. Dylan Harper, under his rookie contract, is going to be so valuable, making $30 million less than what he should be making. I think what he could be in the NBA. And I think if you're going to trade for that number 2 option or number 1 option that could be out there with Wemby, I would like somebody that's a little bit more reliable with the shot than Jaylen Brown. Like, I think a guy like Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell would make a lot more sense in San Antonio. King Deadshot, thank you for the donation. What are your thoughts on the Josh Kroenke and Jokic thing? That was weird. Josh Kroenke basically had like his press conference, and he said like the second apron, like there's so much going on that I don't want to have to worry about trading number 15. Like if the wrong person gets hurt, I assume like if Murray got hurt, I don't know, something like that. And it's the fact that he said that out loud. I know he backtracked it today, but wild. I don't know. The Kroenkes scare me as owners. But thank you for the donation. I can't pronounce your name. I don't know what that is, but thank you for the 6 currency donation. I'm sorry. Micah Warwick says, where do you have the Kentucky players going? So I don't have any in the first round. Where's my 2-round mock draft? So this is a little different than my final mock, but I have Kobe Brea. I know, I think is the first one. 46. I have to the Magic. They need shooting. Makes sense. I have Amari Williams to the Clippers at 51 because at 30 I have, oh, damn it. That's stupid because I have Kalkbrenner. I don't know. Maybe they do draft double big men. I thought I betted that a little bit more. And I have Jackson Robinson going to the Lakers at 55. Maybe you could swap Jackson Robinson and Amari Williams. Favorite type of bread? Just balling. I'm a big sourdough guy. Bullshit Patrick Williams. I don't think so. I think they would have to attach a prospect to get off that deal. It's not a good one. Or take back a bad contract. Favorite prospects for the Knicks? Joel says Sion James, Kobe Sanders, Chaz Lanier, or Amari Williams. Those are the 4 I would love. One of those guys. Cam Johnson to Charlotte for pick 4 and other picks of Charlotte. I just don't know if Charlotte is a team to get. But hey, if you're just going from 4 to 8 and you get Cam Johnson, why not if you're Charlotte? Right? I don't know, man. 8, I think it's a tear drop off. I do. So I don't know. I don't think I actually would do that if I was Charlotte. I would need a future Knicks pick or a future Sixers pick. Or maybe 19 or 22. Grizzlies take Cedric or Neek. If they're both on the board, I think they would go Cedric Coward. Do you think the Kings will trade in the first round? I mean, I can't tell you for sure, but I don't. Oh, man. If they're trading like a future first round pick or a pick swap, I would be scared on them doing that. I would. Hey, thank you, Epic Gamer, homie. I appreciate that. The kind words go a long way. Jose, I do think Neemias Queta should get more playing time next year. I'm going to stream for the next like 15 minutes. Just want to take a little bit break before I will be going live like 7:30 on the Sauce channel. Hey, Tristan, thank you for the $5 donation. I saw a report of how the Blazers had a chance to trade Grant and the 3rd pick for Brown a few years ago. Oh, like when they drafted Scoot around Dame. I mean, that was before Brown got like the Supermax, made All-NBA. It's interesting, right? It's interesting. They didn't make that trade. There was like Kawhi talks then too, right? But thank you for the donation. I do feel like that is a move Joe Cronin would make, but I guess the Jeremy Grant contract is so gross. Thank you for the donation, or thank you for the nice comment, Luke Jackson or Johnson. Appreciate that. Thoughts on Kalkbrenner? You kind of know what he is. He's a screen setter. He's a great lob threat. He could be a good rim protector. I mean, he shot well from 3 last year. Like he shot 34% on 1.7 attempts. Doesn't look weird at all. I think he can go as high as 17 to Minnesota. And I think he's going to be, if he doesn't go in the first round, he's 100% going in the top 5 of the second round. I think Minnesota at 31, they would love that. Or I think Boston at 32. I mean, if he somehow makes it to 35 for Philly, oh my God, that'd be a phenomenal selection. I'll probably do draft grades here on the Just Ballin' channel as well for the second round. I feel like this is going to be more draft sicko stuff here on this. Like second round mock draft, second round draft grades. Because I'm going to do a lot of first round draft grades on my Sauce channel. Thoughts on Hansen Yang? I mean, he's a developmental guy. It's a completely different ball game from watching like CBA in that league. He's, I think, a G League guy to the gate, but if he could become like a shooter, if he could become, I think, a good help defender, better than what he is, I think he could be something in the league. Did I predict SGA to become this level talent? No, I did not. I thought SGA was like not the type of player that De'Aaron. I'm trying to think of like a player at that time, like maybe Kemba Walker as like a type of scorer on offense, but he was going to be a lot better of a defender. Like I had high praise for Shea, but no, I don't think. I mean, if the Clippers knew Shea was going to be like this, they never would have traded him. Timberwolves best choice. I just think it's like best player available between like Coward, Sorber, Colin Murray Boyles. I don't mind them wing or big, right? I just don't know if there's going to be a point guard they like there. And like, they're not going to take Jace because of they took Rob Dillingham last year. Danelius, thank you for the donation. Where will Sexton go if the Jazz draft Fears? Could the Mavericks get involved? I know they want a guard. Could the Kings get involved? They want a guard. Could the Clippers try to do some like Norman Powell for Colin Sexton type trade? Get a little bit younger. I think Sexton, like they got to trade Sexton and Clarkson, or I'd like for them to do so. I would say trade Markkanen, but I just don't know what Austin Ainge is going to do now. He says that it's going to be different and they're going to be more aggressive. We'll see though. You're watching me in high school now you're 23. I know. I started YouTube in 2014. I was in 9th grade and now I graduated college 4 years ago. It's weird, man. And I get the comments. I do. Ace is going 3. Maury's going to say F you. I mean, it's Daryl Morey, right? Maybe he does. What if he's just like, I'm not going to play there? Best player in the 20 to 30 range. I guess in my mock, like it's Jace. I think Danny Wolf. And I like Rasheer Fleming a lot. That's for my mock. Like obviously my best player in the 20 to 30 range of my big board would I guess be McNeely. Well then, I guess I would say McNeely there too. Yeah, well yeah, that makes sense because I have Jace in the mock. I think Jace is a lot better than that. What's the sell on Cardwell to the Bulls at 45? Physical guy inside. The Bulls need at least as much big man depth in the future as they can. He can set really good screens, good lob threat, good offensive rebounder as well. And I just think would have had better numbers if he wasn't playing with like Janai Broome and the big men at Auburn over the years. I mean, I actually wanted to look this up now that you remind me. He overlapped with Walker Kessler there, which would have been this year, correct? 2022. Yeah. Jabari Smith, Walker Kessler, Jay Will. Oh my God. And Dylan Cardwell. Yeah, they didn't have what's his name yet? They didn't have Janai Broome yet. Damn, that's an interesting big man class. I actually meant to look back at that. Oh no, that's not J Will Arkansas. Duh, that's the 5-year J Will there. But still, that's a loaded big man class. I didn't get to the Bryce Matthews tape. Fleming, I like Fleming a lot, but I do think he's a player that teams may be scared because he does have a lower floor than some of these other guys. And maybe the A10's a respectable conference, so I don't think there should be a competition issue. What do you think about Arkansas having 2 lottery picks next year and Knox in the cuff? I do wonder how Carter Knox is going to look in year 2 next year. I'm excited. It was weird for all the Kentucky guys that went to Arkansas so late. I mean, it's different. I know like the French league is more athletic. The Spanish league is more ball movement. The Adriatic league is still kind of new to me, in a way. So I think it's also a lot like I can only look into them so much individually, but seeing the competition, seeing the ages of these guys, seeing the opportunities, I think when you're watching international, stats is tough to look at. Like I don't think I would take too much into stats outside of like percentages and like some of the advanced analytics, like just true shooting and stuff, turnover rate. But I think it's really looking to like how they see the floor, how's the form looking, and the intangibles of their measurements. And there's obviously stuff that we don't know of, like the character and the character, the intels and that stuff. Hey, Dickhead, thank you for watching me since 2018 draft season. I went to that draft. Knicks took Kevin Knox, and then I started live streaming the draft, so I haven't been back since. And I think it's still at the Barclays Center. That's when I went. Do I watch the EuroLeague? In and out on it. I wish I was better this year though. I just really like the college prospects were so at least highly touted. Like I wanted to watch as much Trey Johnson and VJ Edgecombe and these guys as possible. Last year I definitely watched more because I was watching a ton of Risa Shea and Sar and Salon and Topic film. Where do I have Nolan Traore? I think I'm higher on him than the consensus, but I do have Nolan 18. I just don't want to give up on him. I don't. If he becomes like an okay shooter, I think he could be a pretty good player in the NBA level. Does Andrew Wiggins make sense to the Lakers? Not really. Do I think Pacome could be a rotational player? It depends on the shot, man. It really does. Can it get a little quicker? I liked what I saw, but sometimes it didn't fall. I think the defense could be all right. I think he held his own defensively at times. Drake Powell was another guy that just like stood in the corner a lot at UNC. Was let like RJ Davis, Elliot Cadeau cook. And I think the form needs to be tweaked a little bit, but he has the wingspan. He's got the lateral quickness to be a good defender at the NBA level. I could see him going at the end of the first round. You want the Bulls to get Cedric Coward? I don't hate that for you guys. I just think there's a chance maybe Coward doesn't work out. And I feel like the Bulls, I mean, they put themselves into these tough spots. They need to hit on these end of the lottery picks. They did a great job taking Modest last year, but it's just like, what if, I don't know. It's just tough. Like, you're not taking somebody in the top 7, which is easier to take a better player. You're taking somebody at 12, and Coward only played 6 games. Like, incredible story, but he might be more of a complimentary piece. I'd rather the Bulls take a swing on somebody that could be good long term, or like a higher upside guy. Like, that has a little bit more all-star potential. Huge Cavs fans, are we cooked? Or huge Cavs fan, are we cooked? No, I don't think so, man. Like, Halliburton, Tatum injuries, I think you guys are going to be just fine next year. I wouldn't make a trade at this point. I would have maybe thought about trading Allen, but I think you're fine. Dump Okoro or Strus, get under the second apron, resign Ty Jerome, draft 2 bigs in the second round, and you're cooking. Do I watch any soccer/football? I do not. FIFA 15 was the most I got into it in high school. Shout out Sekou not Sekou Doumbouya. Doumbia? Sekou Doumbouya was the guy drafted by the Pistons in 2019. Could the Nets move up? Yeah. And it'd be for Ace Bailey, to be honest with you. Thank you for the $2 donation, the kill shot. Much love. Been here since 2K16. No way, that's crazy. Thoughts on the Celtics? I mean, I'm not like super shocked what they did. Anthony Simons doesn't feel like a Celtic, but they cleared up $180 million against the tax. We all knew they were trading away Kristaps and Drew, so those didn't shock me. I don't think they trade away White or Jaylen Brown. And I think the only other guy that could get moved is Hauser. I like big and a shooter for them. Like in my mock, I have right now and Cam Jones. I could see Kalkbrenner with one of those picks. I could see Chaz Lanier with one of those picks for sure. Are there reports about Drew not being happy in Portland true? I don't know. Honestly, I saw that. Drew's a professional. I think he'll be fine. How do I wind down after YouTube? Because you regularly upload, which is great for us. I don't really know. I mean, I play a lot less video games in my free time because I do so much 2K. I kind of just watch some sports. I'm not like super big into TV shows or movies, which I'd like to do more in the off season. Play basketball, play golf, but I'm trash. And yeah, I read a little bit. Why didn't I make a mock draft with trades? I don't know. I didn't love any of my ideas. I had one last year, I know, but I didn't really feel comfortable. Am I going to do more content with Pierre? I don't know, man, but that mock was great with him. It works out. We've done it 2 years in a row now. Pierre's a great guy. And I know they're doing some stuff on ESPN tonight, which is really cool. Epic Gamer Homie, thank you for the $6 donation. I appreciate that. Who's winning the Super Bowl? The Steelers. Come on, man. I don't know. Maybe Baltimore, which pains me to say as a Steelers fan, but maybe the Chiefs, maybe the Eagles. You never know. Sorry, man. You could say it in the chat, Epic. You don't have to donate again. Thoughts on Naw going to Houston? I love that. I mean, every team's going to be after Naw with the mid-level exception. John Collins has exercised his player option. I mean, not really shocked, but I feel like there's got to be some type of trade with that. Right? I was going to ask, where do I rank Shea all time? I mean, I don't have like a top 50 in front of me. I wonder if he's close to that. Top 75. I mean, MVP, finals MVP. He's just got to do it a little bit more. He's going to accumulate more all-stars, all-NBAs, and I think he could maybe be a top 25 player ever. We'll see. I mean, it helps he's going to be on this dynasty, maybe a dynasty. Collab with Kenny. I hope we couldn't get something done. We were talking about doing something middle of the playoffs, but we talked about maybe something after the finals is over. So maybe after like free agency, I'll try to do a collab video with Kenny. I know he's a busy guy. Thoughts on the Hawks trading for KP? Kind of talked about that a little bit earlier. I mean, it's a low risk move. I mean, him and Trae Young could be a really fun pick and pop duo because you have to respect them on the perimeter. But it's just like, can Kristaps stay healthy? But you could also throw a Kungwu and Kristaps out there at the same time, which I like. Give one wild take that you think might happen. Let's see. I will say Derek Queen falls outside the lottery. We'll see. And Derek Queen says more stuff with numbers on the board. Yeah, no, they're all really good people. I met them in person a little bit more at the combine in 24. All really nice guys. Thoughts on Javon Small? I like the man. I like the 3-point shot. I think he plays so hard, high competitive motor. He's a fun prospect. He is. I had him ranked kind of high in my second round mock. I had him ranked, or did I have him ranked lower? I had him higher on my big board. No, I had him ranked because the team worked him out. San Antonio at 38. Hawks trade. Yeah. The Ryan Hammer collab was so far. Yeah, those worked out really well. What's my in real life hoop comp? I always said it was TJ McConnell, but now that might be too. He's too good. Maybe it's Josh Hart. Josh Hart, I would say, but a worser shooter, which is saying a lot. Going to Dublin for the Steelers. I would love to. Yeah, I saw that John Collins just did that. I did drop my free agency predictions on my Ross channel. I said the Lakers could get involved in John Collins. Is there a link to these rankings? No, this is just what I created on Fanspo, but I did have YouTube videos about this on my Ross channel. So I'm actually going to wrap up the stream now. Thank you guys. I just kind of wanted to talk about for an hour, just kind of because I didn't really have something that I was going to set to upload here today. So at 7:30-ish, I will be going live on this channel. Come hang out. We're going to be streaming the whole draft over there, the whole first round, and I'll hopefully be streaming tomorrow night the second round as well. Sorry I couldn't get to your guys' comments, but this was a lot of fun for sure. I hope you guys have a great saying you suck at basketball while trying hard. Yeah, basically. I hope you guys had a good time here. It's just fun to kind of talk about. Hopefully we do see some chaos tonight, right? Like somebody goes higher than expected, a trade happens out of nowhere. I'll be on the Sauce channel talking about every single pick over there, giving my thoughts, reaction, and analysis. Thank you all for coming out. This was a lot of fun, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow on this channel of the pod, and I'll be doing my second round mock draft / some first round thoughts. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace.